Is it Let's Talk About It?
Guess who's back?
Guess who's back? Back again.
Guess who's back? Yeah, this segment is Let's Talk About It. This is Let's Talk About It, and what we're going to talk about is jump off Joe Burrow. This ain't even my man, but I got to keep it a beanbag. I watched them play, and you know how I am. I'm a hater until you give me a reason not to hate no more. Like,
No. Let's correct that. You're a hater until you're forced to jump off the hate train.
Listen. That being said, Joe Burrow, I could tell from like the first play of the game. Oh, this is different. This is different. He's not. Yeah. Didn't they come off a bye? They come off a bye week, right?
Yeah.
I can tell. Hey, I know. I enjoy hating on Joe Burrow. So I'm not gonna lie. It's fun because y'all like him, and he be saying all these little quotables.
Show it to him.
Show everybody. What would you tell this kid right now?
Looks like a national champion. Windows my whole career, and everybody that we have in that locker room, all the coaches we have. You know, things are going to change year to year, but our window's always open. They're definitely real. I think I make too much money to have fake ones, so these are real.
Oh, that's cool. He came out there, and it's like. It's so interesting because me and Frank are in a pick'em league together where we pick the winners. People was picking the Niners to win that game. I had no, first of all, for my own reasons, I had no feelings that the Niners would win that game. But that being said, I felt very good about my money when I just seen how Joe got on the field. It wasn't the same Joe Burrow I've been watching and talking trash about the last couple of weeks. So shout out to Joe, man. I can't even front.
I feel like the reason you had no faith in the 49ers winning that game had nothing to do with Joe Burrow. I think it had everything to do with the other weak arm quarterback in the game.
My man Brock, my man ass catching boy, Brock.
I'm just saying his Onyx. I don't think his Onyx is working right now.
I don't think his Onyx
not cutting it.
But that's just
me. Not cutting it.
I don't think his Onyx is working. But that's just my opinion.
I'm just saying. I'm saying Brock. I mean, I know people are being rough on Brock, and I understand it, but like, he's still a second-year quarterback. He was Mr. Irrelevant, second-year quarterback. Quarterbacks are going to struggle. When you have pedigree, that kind of gives the public a little leeway. They'll give you a lot more leeway. Trevor be having some stinkers out there, but we leave him alone. He's just year 3. He's still growing.
But you leave him alone because he got the tools.
I understand that, but nobody's calling him great. They're saying like he can run this ship. The ship is breaking down. Like he doesn't have. Hold on. He doesn't have his all-world left tackle. That's a big deal.
That does mean
it's a big deal. I agree.
They haven't been able to run the football the way that the 49ers are accustomed to running the football, and then he doesn't have their gadget player, the player that makes their offense go. And Deebo Samuels, he's been gone for 3 weeks. Brock Purdy's been bad for 3 weeks. Like it's kind of like here and there. So like I'm not calling Brock Purdy the Messiah. But I'm saying Brock Purdy is the guy that we thought he was, the Jimmy Garoppolo plus. I think he's still that. It's just like when you have any version of Jimmy Garoppolo, you need all of your software to work. You need all of the pieces to be there.
So before Frank gets into that, I want to ask you, Frank, talk about your man Joe, because that's your man. What'd you see?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I was like, you got to let him get his customary stinkers out at the beginning of the season. Like, as we see, it's a trend now. You know what I'm saying? You got to let him get them games out the way. And he's gonna be back. Like even in the beginning when everybody was panicking, I just laughed it off because I knew Joe would be back. You know what I'm saying? He was so ready. He was so ready to hop on the train.
We on camera. I ain't gonna say who Frank put over Joe Burrow just a few text messages ago. Like, nah, Joe Burrow right now. I ain't going.
But that's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying. But it's like, to me, it's like you can't do it. Like if you're not showing improvement, you can't do it. But you could see yesterday that he was back.
No,
so the whole point. I don't know why it is.
Yeah, huh? I give him that. He's just. I think he was more saying I can't argue it, but I do. He always likes Joe Burrow. Y'all both do. Y'all both.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know if you know. You should know where I stand when I'm quiet. You should know where I stand when I'm quiet. When you talk trash, I don't really got nothing to say. It's like, I want to say something, but I know I can't. You know what I'm saying? So there we go. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. But what I will say is that I don't know, for whatever reason, he starts slow. There's always a different reason. Like the injury you could see was bothering him in the beginning of the season. And you see like he's picked up, and now like he looked more spry. He had a few of them runs. I was told apparently that he's a mobile quarterback. So like you saw the mobileness yesterday. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I think he's back to, you know, being cool Joe. You know what I'm saying? Give me a cigar and, like, you know, sit back, you know.
We talked about in our last segment about Kirk Cousins being out for the season. And so one thing he did, he put the final nail in the 49ers coffin, because, you know, the Cousins curses, no team has lost to Kirk Cousins and played in the Super Bowl the same year. So, you know, he did that to them. So maybe they can beat the Cousins curse. Who knows? But not they got Chase Young now.
Curse apply to himself? Because
listen, Charlie, I do have a beef with you. I know this segment was about Joe Burrow, but I do have a beef with you with all that Brock Purdy. Like, I don't know why
he was trying to fake like he wasn't endorsing him, Frank. He was trying to fake.
Hold on, let me put
like,
I wasn't endorsing Brock Purdy.
You was.
Yeah, like, why you
was.
Yeah, you definitely were. You was the leader, the captain of that trade.
He said, "Hey Frank, I gave
y'all gonna have to pull up the tape."
He tried to defend himself, and I gave him. I
need some tape on that.
Listen. He tried to defend himself, and I gave him a direct quote. He said, "What y'all think about Purdy? Y'all was hating, but he's Purdy good." He said that's the exact word.
Okay,
that was the exact word.
I said pretty good, not good. There's a big difference between pretty good.
There's a difference, right? Oh, okay, this is not the same.
But nah, man, it's all good though. What I will say is, though, in all seriousness, shout out to Joe Burrow. If I hated on you, I gotta give you some props when you do your thing. He looked clean out there. He made some nice passes. He was making some nice throws out there too. And you know, I be hating on how he throw that football. Ooh, he was making some nice ones. So shout out to Jump Off Joey, man.
He looked crispy.
Yeah, it was, man. Anyway, Charlie, you want to add anything before we get out of here? I mean, these are your two guys. It was
look, I never waver on Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow is either the second or third best quarterback in the league. Is, you know, Pat, him, Josh Allen, Jalen Hurts. Let's put them all.
We don't got time for that.
We'll put them all in there.
We don't got time for that.
Josh to win in the play. All the other quarterbacks on that list win in the playoffs.
So you trying to piss me off at the end of the video because you know we don't have a lot of time. Cool. All right. So you know those podcast. Thanks for listening. Like, comment, share, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Peace.